Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Voice of the Fans Sportscast with your host, Ben Reynolds. We have both guys in the house tonight, Taylor Gatwood and Tyler Wright. What's going on, guys?
What's good, bro?
What's going on, bro?
Just got back from my daughter's softball game. They won. The score is 17-6. So
You probably go to a game every night.
literally, because Zane got a football game tomorrow, bro. Like every week.
Y'all go to the games? Y'all go to the games on Friday night?
I don't go to the high school games.
Dude, what kind of how you live in South Mississippi and don't go to high school games?
First of all, I'm not from Petal, so I don't really support them.
Wow, bro.
I'm from Jackson, so the only football games I'm going to on Friday night is a Jackson game, not a Petal game.
Oh no.
Nobody
couldn't
wants
pay
to
me
go
to
to
go to a couldn't pay me to go to a Jackson game on Friday night.
Man, be crunk. What are you talking about, man?
Nah, bro, I'm cool.
Nobody wants to go to a Petal game right now. They got beat by Brandon. Are they 45-0?
And then they got blown
Oh, they not good this year?
Pearl. They got blown
they're
out by
horrible
Oak
this
Grove
year.
and Pearl.
Yeah, they're bad.
Wow, bro. Jesus.
Yeah, man. I'm not trying to go to a Petal game, Tyler. All right, man. Anyway, we're going to dive into this NFL Week 5. Start off with the first game. I didn't know it was the game was in England. But the Jets played against the Falcons. The Falcons won 27-20. We finally saw Kyle Pitts come alive. Maybe because it was versus Jets, but he came alive in this game. You know, which was huge for the Falcons because they were out Calvin Ridley. So he's seen a lot of targets, and I don't know why the Falcons just don't, game plan for Kyle Pitts. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, he finally had a good fantasy day for me.
It seemed like everybody had a good fancy day for you.
Yeah, I put up 219, man.
Yeah, that's a rare feat when everybody put over 20 points.
I seen
Herbert had 50 and Mike Will had 40.
That was a trap meet in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I seen I don't know if this was last week. Somebody had Tyler Lockett, I think.
Mhm.
And like every touchdown he got called back. They were pissed. I was like, that's such bad luck, bro.
It's really bad luck. When a guy scores a touchdown, they call like a holding call or something.
But yes, it was like 3 of them, bro.
That hurts. That hurts.
Man.
But I picked the Jets. I felt like the Jets was in this game. That Wilson, I feel like they still not putting him in the right situation, man. He had one interception, so at least he cut down on old Michael Carter. No, he was 10 rushes for 38 yards. And if I'm the Jets, man, I'm just playing for a first-round pick or something like that, because when you playing against Atlanta, and Atlanta don't really have a lot of talent, they were out really, and you still can't come out with a win. Like, literally, y'all let Cordell Patterson, a journeyman, just go off. Like, he been going off for weeks now, and y'all haven't thinking about game plan against him, which is ridiculous.
Man.
It just, the Jets, man, I don't know if the coach. It's like a little bit of both the coaching staff. I'm not blaming the head coach because he's a good coach, but it just seemed like it'll be little things that they'll game plan for in order them to help them win, especially in a game versus the Falcons. I feel like they had it. They were close, but they need to go back to the drawing board and try to figure something out.
New York Jets, where quarterbacks go to die.
He just got to get out, bro. He just got to get out. All right, Green Bay beat the Bengals 25-22.
Barely.
Devontae Adams. Oh, man. How can you not cover that guy? You let this man go for 206. 11 catches for 206.
That is sickening.
206 now. That's like Madden numbers.
That is sick, bro.
15 targets.
Bengals should have won. They just missed all his field
They
goals.
should have won, though. Oh, bro, I caught the end of that game. I was sick when he missed that field goal. Did I pick the Packers, though? I think I picked the Packers.
Oh, no, I got to go back and look.
I got it right here. I know I wanted to pick the Bengals, though.
Yeah, I thought about picking the Bengals, too. I was so close to picking the Bengals. But I decided to slide with Green Bay just because I feel like this could be an upset just on how the Bengals been playing. And the Joe Burrow and Chase connection just been looking wonderful. And
their defense really ain't that bad this year either.
It hasn't been because it's been okay. Granted, they did play against Minnesota, and they had some easy games. And they play against the Bears week 2. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe the defense is getting a little too much credit from what they've been doing. But they finally faced against a really, really good offense, and they couldn't figure out how to cover Devontae Adams, which is kind of crazy. Like when you let a receiver go for 206, I mean, come on, like doubling him or something. But at least the Bengals are on the right path, man. Like their offense, I mean, it's a machine. And I feel like if they had the same offense as the Chargers, I feel like they can be a juggernaut like them. What y'all think about that?
I think the Bengals are on a good path to success. Like at least like these teams that get the top 5 pick, a lot of them just stay the same like the Jets. But if I'm a Bengals fan, I'm pretty excited about the future.
Yeah, right now they second in the division at 3-2. The Browns are 3-2. The Steelers at the bottom at 2-3. And right now Baltimore 3-1. So they it's crazy. They have a chance to win the division. It just all depends on how the Browns continue to play. So the Bengals, man, they get some more defensive stops and not let a receiver go for 206 yards, then they might have something. They just might have something. And I'll just do this little game break right here. Right now, the Colts are beating the Ravens 16-3. Now, actually, I think Jonathan Taylor just scored here, so it's 22-3.
Jesus Christ.
I picked the Colts to win this game. And it looks like they're going to win.
That's another game I wanted. I wanted to pick the Colts, too.
I picked the Colts.
Looks like Carson Wentz is having a good game.
Well, what'd you say?
Looks like Carson Wentz is having a good game.
Yeah, he is. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I picked the Colts at the end after we go over the other games. All right, the Lions lose to the Vikings 17-9. I wanted to pick the Lions in this game, but they just haven't been able to close out games. They got the turnover off a Madison fumble. They scored a touchdown, got 2 points, and they let Vikings march down the field in field goal range to kick the field goal. Isn't that like Lions-esque? You do everything right to win the game, and you end up losing the game. They had my boy Dan Campbell crying, talking about he loved his team. Man, y'all let the coach down. Like, they fight hard. I give them that. This team fights. And that was Dan Campbell wanted from the team. A team that won't give up. They're going to fight to the bitter end. And they do that. And they just need pieces, a quarterback, in my opinion. And they're going to get there. I feel like the future is bright, especially in this division where Aaron Rodgers might be gone next year or a year before that or after that. So they can be on the rise eventually and lead this division.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, and the Vikings were without Dalvin Cook, but like I said, the Lions they show their greediness, man. They stay in the game, and
the Vikings I don't know what it is about the Vikings, bro. They like the Bad News Bears or something.
They have
for real.
Going. All right, so when I'm watching the Saints game, I keep my eye on my fantasy team a little bit. Adam Thielen went through like the first half without a catch. I think he ended up with one catch.
How many targets did he get?
He had three targets for 2 catches, 40 yards. I thought he was injured.
You said how many targets?
He had 3 targets and 2 catches for 40 yards.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Vikings have too much and not to do something with it. They do so little with it, and they have so much. I was so frustrated that Thielen didn't have a catch to almost the second half, maybe the second half. And, like, I went to go check Twitter, Yahoo, other news outlets to see was Thielen even playing, because he wasn't even on the stat board. And that's ridiculous.
He's so good, bro.
So good. Get this man to the Saints. Who are you using? All right, the Broncos.
They use Jefferson a lot now.
Yeah,
That's
I
lame.
see that.
I mean, he's good, but, like, come on, bro.
You got to feed both of them.
Yeah, you got to spread the ball around. Like, you just can't zone in on one guy. That's not a good offense. You ask the Saints about that.
Yeah.
And they lost to the Browns last week, so obviously the offense is not a well-oiled machine. They losing close games, or they not producing enough points. The Broncos lose to Steelers 27-19. What about that receiver for the Broncos, man? Like, he literally put the team on his back, Cortland Sutton. And, he was just making tough catches out of tough catches. And Najee Harris finally came into his own, man. This is the second week he actually, have done pretty good. 23 rushes, 122, and 1 touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger still looking like he's still, kind of semi-retired.
He was like a 10-man out there.
Gonna lose this game.
He was like a 10-man out there, bro.
The Steelers not gonna make the playoffs, man. They not.
Oh no. Hey, what's their record now?
2-3.
Yeah, 2-3. They dead last in the division right now.
That division? What's that? The North?
Well, you know what? Y'all know something? Y'all see that Juju's out for the season?
Yeah, he's out for the season. That's right.
Well, I saw this tweet somebody tweeted. They said Antonio Brown was right about Juju, Antonio Brown was right about Big Ben, and Antonio Brown was right about the Raiders, and they said that he was a problem.
Let's not say all that. He was
he was right about Big Ben, bro.
What he said about Big Ben, I can't remember.
He just was saying like Big Ben was like
not a leader or not a.
He was talking. He just talked to people crazy.
Oh yeah,
like
okay, I remember that.
Yeah, like I guess because he like the guy there, so he's just talking to you. Yeah. And he was like, "Bro, you messing up?
Big Ben won.
Like you overthrew me."
But yeah, when he ran certain route, he blamed AB for certain things. But
yeah,
thing is, Big Ben, how many Super Bowls? What, 2?
So
He's won 2.
Yeah, he beat Seattle and he beat the Cardinals. No, they lost. Yeah, they beat the Cardinals. So I mean, what can you be right about Big Ben? He won 2 Super Bowls.
So
Now Juju, you might have an argument there. With the Raiders, they've been a dysfunctional franchise for years. Ever since Rich Gannon left. Ever since Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell.
Oh God.
So I'll say he was right 1 out of 3.
About who? You said you think he was right about Juju?
Yes, I think he's right about Juju. Juju.
I don't think he was right about Juju.
You don't think he was right about Juju?
Okay, what did he say?
That
First.
He wasn't that good. He's not a true number 1. He's not better than him, and all this type of jazz.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. Juju's not. He's not a true number 1.
He's in number 3.
Deontay Johnson out-edged Juju in his offense.
Deontay Johnson and Claypool are both better than Juju.
Mhm.
I think he's a number 2.
Who, Claypool or Juju?
Juju.
Yeah, Juju. I'd say Juju on the Saints. I think he'll be a great.
Get what said 3.
He's a 3 to me.
Get what said he a 3.
I'm taking Deontay Johnson and Claypool over him.
But I was like on another team, he wouldn't be a 2.
Yeah, I'm saying he can be, but right now he's a number 3. Like when they're healthy.
But I'll just say this: it's bad when you're being dropped from fantasy teams before you got hurt. So
people dropping him, bro.
Yeah, people dropping Juju. Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know what he was looking at when he threw that late pick in the end zone. It was like 4th down 12, I believe. And they was in the Steelers West red zone, and threw a horrible pass. Broncos. I knew Broncos was a pretender. They are not a contender. From what I seen and who they played, I knew they wasn't.
Nah.
What you saying?
Nah.
What?
I mean, I don't see why people were saying they was good like that.
Yeah,
I never thought that.
I know, like, any football person would have thought that the Broncos wasn't that good because of who they played against. I mean, who they beat. They beat the Giants.
What have they done to get that? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they were 4-0 going into Baltimore.
I get. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they beat the Giants. They beat the Giants. They beat the Jets. They beat the Jets. And they lost the good teams. They lost to Baltimore and they lost to the Steelers. I just knew, just because of the offense, Teddy Bridgewater's game manager. In today's age, your defense got to be lights out to have a game manager to take you to like Super Bowl or something like that. Your defense just got to be lights out.
Yeah, that's fact.
If you don't have a playmaker quarterback that can make the throws, they can do the reads, do all that, then you're not going to Super Bowl. You're not going there. I mean, what quarterbacks that won Super Bowl they were game manager with, like Brad Johnson? What's another quarterback that was a game manager that won the Super Bowl?
Oh, what about that
wasn't all that good.
What about when Peyton Manning was hurt that year? He took the Broncos to the Super Bowl, and
Exactly.
the Broncos the defense was insane that year.
Mhm. I mean, look at that team. So, if you got a game manager, your defense literally gotta be number 1 in almost every stat there is, and gotta be dominant. And sorry, Broncos, man. Ted, that's why I wasn't sad when Teddy Bridgewater left, because I want a playmaker, I want a game changer, and Broncos is gonna be mediocre with Teddy Bridgewater. He might take you to the playoffs, but you're just gonna be like right there. you're not going any further. So, not surprised by the Broncos losing to the Steelers or the Ravens. All right, next team. Let's go ahead and talk about the Saints in Washington. That boy Jameis, famous Jameis. You see what happened when you let the boy loose? 4 touchdowns.
Yes, bro.
1 interception, and that 1 interception was not his fault. Pete stepped on his ankle, and he couldn't step into his throw. So that's why that pass to Taysom was underthrown. Pete Figo got pushed back into Jameis, stepped on his ankle, and he couldn't step into the throw. He couldn't get enough on the throw.
Be glad Buddy didn't get hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Big old Pete getting pushed back, just like when he got pushed back by Darnold, and that what when Drew got his hand hurt because Darnold pushed Pete back into Drew and Darnold hit Drew's hand. But how good is this Saints team?
That's a great question too.
They really should be 4-1. The Giants.
Yeah, y'all should. Yeah, y'all should have beat the Giants.
We should have never lost again. We was up by 11 in the fourth quarter. Sean Payton just got way too conservative, and I felt like he put the game in Jameis' hands this time around to go ahead and seal the deal with the Kamara touchdown. Washington, on the other hand, maybe the magic had worn off, just like with Fitzpatrick. Taylor Heineke just making bad throws, in coverage, underthrown balls. Antonio Gibson doing all he can do. And to be honest, and what's so crazy about it, Washington still in the game, off of Winston turnover and off of both of Winston's turnovers. He had a fumble, and Washington just couldn't capitalize. But the Saints defense stepped up. Lattimore had like 5 pass breakups, and the team had like 2 interceptions. So the defense is stepping up, and we don't even have Onyemata or Davenport. So one of our 2 best defensive linemen is not even on the line, and they already creating havoc and stopping the run. And when we get Michael Thomas back, Traquan, I don't even want to mention Traquan, but when we get him back, I guess he might do a little something. Then when Taysom Hill gonna come back and Harris, so man, and both our offensive line, we're missing 2 offensive line, McCoy, and we missing Armstead. So this team is dangerous, man. Like, we don't even got a full offensive core back yet.
When's Thomas gonna be back?
They said it should be after the bye week, and the Saints bye week is this Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have been sitting real. I mean, 3-2 ain't bad, but y'all have been sitting real good if y'all were going 4-1 into the bye week.
Yeah, but our team isn't bad, bro. On paper, bro, our team is not bad.
It's not. And we'll beat the Giants. We're 4-1 with the Buccaneers. So think about that. And the Panthers lost yesterday.
Panthers were frauds too. I knew they were.
Yeah. We're gonna get to the Panthers. The Buccaneers whooped the Dolphins 45-17. I think Jacoby Brissett went out with an injury, if I'm not mistaken. What's to say about this game?
So you ready to admit that you was wrong about Tom, bro?
I mean, it's 5 games, man. How many games still got to go? 11?
Oh my goodness, bro.
And it was still.
He's always wrong about Brady. Dolphins got a good defense.
Who has a good defense?
Dolphins.
Not this year, they don't. Not this year. I don't know what happened. They fell from grace. They don't have a good defense this year. I mean, what can you do when you loaded with 3 number 1 receivers? I mean, you should put 45, right? You should throw for 4 touchdowns, right?
This man here, bro.
You should throw for 411. But 5 touchdowns.
Bro, you gotta get that man. You gotta start giving that man his credit, bro.
Man, like, he's loaded. What credit do you want me? He can throw the ball to 3 number 1s. What credit you want me to give him?
Man, give him some credit.
Throwing the
bro.
ball to 3 number ones.
He throwing the ball to 3 number ones, man. And AB
So give him some credit for
corner. It. What for? He recruited.
Oh my goodness, he recruited.
He recruited AB
Boy.
like, hey man, you gonna stay at my house?
Yeah, good recruiter. Good recruiter.
Man, come on, Tyler. AB literally going up against the third best corner.
Oh.
Well, y'all start giving the team a credit.
Great team. But that man is balling, and he like 60. It's crazy.
I swear. His arm strength
That's
is still
crazy,
insane.
bro.
His arm strength is insane for his age.
All right, let's move on.
Oh my goodness, bro, that's funny.
He will fall this year.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
He will fall this year. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, put up all the little stats all you want to. You're not going back to the Super Bowl. The Rams beat y'all. Shoot, the Cowboys should have beat y'all. So I don't know. It's not much to hang your hats on. Y'all hanging your hats on these easy wins.
But he's been balling in these easy wins, though. Except that one game. He played pretty bad.
Yeah, the Rams game.
No, he played bad in that. Then he started off bad against New England.
Oh, yeah, they should have lost that game, too. So they've been, like, I'm seeing a team that wasn't the same like last year. The secondary is banged up. The linebackers not zooming like they used to zoom, like they did last year. They're not flying all over the place. So this team can be had.
Man, team can be had.
More victory. They got a little taste of victory, and now they're trying to cruise.
Go on, Bucks.
Yeah, he talking about the Bucks.
Yeah, the Bucks. They won.
This man here, bro.
Ben.
They hate greatness.
Yeah, they hate greatness. Come on, Ben.
Man, you'll see. You'll see. Don't worry, you'll see. Your eyes will be open.
You said that last year.
Yes, they should have lost last year.
They should have lost. Boy, I tell you.
Brady barely threw for 300 in all them games. I think he threw for 250 and had like 2 interceptions versus Saints. All right, we're not getting back on this guy. I already know what the real deal is.
The real deal is he got 7 rings.
Okay. Defense, 6 rings, like I already stated before. So, yeah, good job, defense. Good job.
Boy, I tell you.
Eagles beat the Panthers 21-18. Man, I don't know. The Eagles play caller sucks. If they weren't for that block punt, they would have lost this game. I don't know who calling plays for the Eagles, but they horrible. Your best running back is splitting touches with somebody named Kenneth Gainwell.
Oh, that's a name.
Wow, Miles Sanders not getting 20-plus carries.
Because he sucks.
No, you say he sucks. But he's splitting carries with somebody named Kenneth Gainwell. I never heard of guys this year.
Bro, stop sleeping on my boy Kenneth, bro.
On me.
Man, Kenneth, man.
Shout out to Kenneth Gainwell, bro. Friend of the show.
Round pick from this year from Memphis.
What?
And he's stealing carries from Miles Sanders.
Ben, he's from Yazoo City, Mississippi, bro. You're really hating on Mississippi.
He said he's stealing carries, Gatwa.
Ben, he's from Mississippi, bro. Why are you hating on a dude from the SIP?
Oh, I ain't know he was from SIP. Okay. That kind of changed my opinion a little bit. But still,
should.
That's
boy all-star now.
Sanders should get 20-plus carries. Maybe he should get like 6 or 7, but he getting
6 or 7, bro.
Dude, Miles Sanders is.
How many carries did he get?
Dude, Kenneth Gainwell He only had 2 carries, Ben, for 16 yards.
Look at last week's game.
Well, you talking about before the Panthers?
Yes. He's stealing carries from Miles Sanders.
Bro, stop saying he's stealing them, bro. That's so bad, bro. That's so disrespectful.
He is, though. Cause I'm pretty sure Miles Sanders is better than Kenneth Gainwell.
Ben, the week before you was 3 carries for 31 yards.
Yeah, cause they ran Jalen 8 times. But 7 times, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, them 3 carries should go to Jalen. It should go to Miles. So that's almost like half.
Ben, 3 carries for 31 yards, though? That's good. That's 10 yards to carry.
Man, I probably they ran like a sweep or something for him. I
That
don't know,
boy
but they ran some.
balling.
Dude, they almost they losing so many games because they don't know how to call the right offense. It's true. They almost
play.
losing so many games because of the offensive play calling. So you really running Kenneth Gainwell over Sanders?
No, but he can still get a couple carries, bro.
But when Miles Sanders only getting 8 carries, he don't need them other 3 carries. They should be feeding Sanders. Horrible, man. Like, they ain't helping Jalen not one bit. So ridiculous.
Yeah,
they calling.
That ball went like 10, 11 times that game. Like, how does that even happen?
Like, why a quarterback should carry the ball that many times? Like, over a running back, Jalen Hurts led the running back in carries with 8. And I think Sanders had 7. No, there was a game versus the Chiefs. Hurts had 8, and I think Sanders had 7. They really should have lost the game. I picked the Eagles, but this play calling sucks, and they not going anywhere with this type of play calling. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, like I said, the Eagles beat the Panthers 21-18. I'm glad because the Panthers they beat us, so now we still tied with the same record. The Titans, they beat the Jazz 37-19. I mean, who didn't see that coming? King Henry, Jazz couldn't do nothing about it. And Gatwell, right now, I know you're happy about some James Robinson carries, but yeah, he won't be sitting some for quite a while. He had 18 carries, but I heard they didn't give him the ball. I think they didn't give him the ball any in the second half.
Because they were down by a lot. They were passing the ball.
I think that's what I heard. They're going to be down a lot of games, Gatwood.
Yeah, but he gonna get his touches in the first half. My man had.
But you talking about his touches and his yards? Look, he played against Tennessee. Who he played against last week? The Bengals, right? That schedule might get even tougher. So I can see his fantasy numbers going down.
Hey,
he ain't gonna get no cupcake defenses anymore.
Hey, he's filling the void for when McCaffrey comes back. I'm waiting for McCaff.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a heads up, man. Don't start him. Once they get into some toughest matchups.
Being over here giving advice to the number 1 seed, man. So you trying to give
number 1
advice
seed
to the number 1 seed?
You talking about you?
Dang, bro.
No, I was number 1. Then all of a sudden, my team fell out from the bottom of the earth.
He said, "Catch up before you give him advice, bro." That's what he really said.
Man, you win a championship first before you say something.
Huh?
You win a championship first before you say something.
I
got 2 under my belt already.
Yeah. Podcast beef.
No, you didn't win a championship in my main league. You won a championship in the $90 league, but you didn't win the money in the big pot one. I won twice. Yeah, so listen
of course he
up,
did.
Youngin. Listen. Hey, I don't know y'all saw that group message though. So yeah, well, you know I traded Kittle, right?
Yeah, no, bro, that's messed up, bro. You did him dirty.
Tyler, as soon as I traded Kittle, they put him on IR.
So you traded him to who?
To my brother-in-law for Dak.
See?
I sent Lamar. I sent Lamar.
See how you do, bro?
I sent him Lamar and Kittle for Dak. And soon he got him. Kittle was placed on IR. I felt kind of bad. I didn't see that coming. All right, woo! I dodged the bullet.
It'd be your own family, bro.
Come on, man. I know he was mad. I know he was pissed.
Hey, when I went back to look at his roster, I seen Kittle on his bench.
He didn't even say nothing to you?
Nope.
Bro, that's wild, bro.
You can't make that up, man. Like, I literally traded him in the middle of the week. And then, the day later, he came out. He said he was placed on IR. Like, it was no like breaking news. It was like subtle. 'Cause I saw it on Twitter. I was like, on IR. And I went back and looked on Yahoo. It said on IR. Like, oh wow. I'm like, jeez, man. He
see how you do, bro.
Thank you.
This man here, bro.
Bro, I was about to trade Pitts for Kittle too. Remember?
I know, right? You've been screwed.
This man here, bro, just be doing people any kind of way in the league.
Hey.
Finessing.
Man,
what?
I look. I'm surprised he didn't send me a message though, cause he got Lamar, and Lamar is stinging it up right now. Let's go back to the Colts and Ravens.
They're coming back.
Win 25-17. Oh, he doing better?
I'm saying like the game's close now.
Oh, it's close now. Yeah, he finally threw over 250 yards. That's a surprise.
See, Lamar's got 326 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I don't think he hit 300 yards yet this year.
Nah, he hadn't. Well, yeah, he did last week. He did against Denver last week.
Yeah, that's why I got rid of him too, guy. He ain't thrown for he only threw for like 200 some yards the whole year. I said, I ain't dealing with that. I've seen enough.
Bro, they don't have a running back though. He is the running back and the quarterback. Cause Latavius Murray has 4 carries for 9 yards, and Tyson Williams has 4 carries for 6 yards.
Do the Colts not have a guy named Marlon Mack who's on the trade block?
He's got 5 rushes for 47 yards.
Who, Lamar?
Marlon Mack.
Yeah, the Colts are trying to trade Marlon Mack right now. I mean, they can make a trade to get a running back. I figured the Colts were trying to get rid of Marlon Mack. I thought he had been gone by the first game of the season. But they said they came out a couple of days ago. They said they had a mutual agreement to part ways, so he's on the trading block.
Mark Andrews is going off.
Huh?
Mark Andrews is going off.
What he's doing? I know he has because Lamar been missing him.
He got 9 catches for 129 yards and a touchdown.
Ooh.
Golly.
That's good. That's good. Well, I'm happy that Lamar finally became a throwing quarterback for the night because they needed.
Hold on. Ben, you got beat by 1 point this week, bro?
Yeah. I got beat by 1 point.
Hey, that sucks.
It was telling me about I had Knox and Stephon Diggs.
Tunyon screwed you.
Man, my kicker screwed me. He would just hit 5 points. Then, man, all good.
Tunyon only got you 1 point at tight end there.
Who?
Tunyon.
I don't have that's Joel. He has Tunyon. I have Knox.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, you had Knox. Well, Knox went off.
Yeah, Thielen only got me like 2 points or something like that. Or 3 points. Or 6 points. He got me 6 points. So my team, they usually hit, but they weren't hitting yesterday. Patriots beat the Texans 25-22. I thought Texans had this for a moment. Will you care to break down what happened?
I don't watch that trash franchise, so I can't do that.
I was gonna give you a chance to tell us what happened.
I will tell you if I knew. I would tell you if I knew. I'll watch the highlights of all the games. I won't watch theirs though.
The Patriots, they beat the Houston. What was the score? 25-22. David Mills, your boy, threw for 312, 3 touchdowns. So he was on it. They just couldn't pull it off. And Phillip Lindsay, man, he had 5 rushes for 19 yards. But Mark Ingram did do something. He had 16 carries for 41, so he did a little bit better. Now, what y'all shocked about this game? The Bears beat the Raiders 29. I guess some allegations did affect the Raiders. They didn't come into play. It seemed like their mind was somewhere else. And the Bears defense just engulfed them, man. They couldn't get nothing going. So I'm really surprised about that game.
Justin Field getting the start again, you know.
Yeah, he got the win. I believe he got the win again last week. I want to say. Did he get the win last week? I can't remember. I want to say he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Yeah, I thought he did. I picked the Lions. The Raiders, man. We're gonna talk about the whole situation, but in this particular game, like I said, it just seemed like their mind was somewhere else. The offense stagnant. Play calling kind of stale. I don't know. Like I said, maybe they are affected in their mind. They just went in this game, or the Bears' defense was just as good, which I don't think they are. They decent, but not as good as to stop this offense. You know what they've been showing the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
What was it? They were 5 from 14 on third down and 1 from 3 on fourth down. Like, again, when you go 4 on fourth down, it's a turnover if you don't get it. Like, I know that the offense is kind of lacking, but sometimes you just got to play smart football, man, and not listen to analytics. Like, oh, we can get it if we do this, or we can score this touchdown if we get this first down. When you don't get it on fourth down, you lose the game. You lose. That's part of losing the game when you just don't complete your third and fourth downs. Browns lose to the Chargers 42-47. I knew the Chargers were gonna win this. Just how the Browns are made up. The Chargers are perfect, against a team like that, because the Chargers can run it and throw it. The Browns are typically a ground and pound type team, so that would make me think about the Chargers. Cause I feel like they can outpace them if they can stop the run, which they didn't. But as you can see, the Chargers' offense just outlasted the Browns' offense.
The Chargers are fun to watch.
They are. I mean, how you let Mike Williams open twice on a deep pass like that? Wide open.
Hey, where y'all got Herbert on y'all quarterback list like right now?
Top 10.
Top 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say top 7. Maybe higher than that.
Yeah, maybe higher than that, because I take him over Stafford.
I seen somebody tweet they're only taking like 2 quarterbacks over him right now, and I couldn't argue with it.
What, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen?
Brady.
Yeah. I don't think Brady was in there because he old.
I take Herbert over Brady.
If I'm building a team, like straight up, like the people that are in the league right now, I'm going Mahomes and then Herbert. I'm going Herbert over Allen.
What?
Bro, I think Herbert's. I think he's going to be better, bro. I think he is.
Then
I like that.
Did you not
Allen's
watch the game?
I did, but I like Herbert better. That's just my opinion, bro.
But you know why Herbert looked like this, right?
Because he's good.
No, you know why? That's part of it, but you know why the offense is running like it is. You know who offense they running is, don't you?
Who?
They running the Saints offense.
Are they?
Yep. Guess who's running? Guess who calling plays for the Chargers? Joe Brady. Joe Brady was the assistant coach.
Is he, bro?
The one from
Yeah.
LSU.
Why did I not?
How you know
Why did I
that's
not
why,
know that?
Yes, that's why the offense passing attack looked like it is with Eckler. Eckler been beaten more than usual.
Bruh.
Joe Brady is running Sean Payton offense in LA with Herbert.
No, Joe Brady's with the Panthers.
I thought he left the.
No, Joe Lombardi. Joe Lombardi.
I was finna say. I was like, why did I not know he was there?
Joe
But
Lombardi.
yeah, that
Yeah,
makes
Joe Lombardi
sense.
was on the Saints offensive coaching staff.
Yeah. And the Saints
So,
just put up some crazy numbers.
That's
bro.
why you're seeing crazy numbers for Herbert. He's running Drew Brees' offense, Sean Payton offense.
I missed those Saints.
Huh?
I
Kind
missed
of
those
crazy,
Saints.
ain't it? When you watch the Chargers you literally seeing the Saints offense. Literally, tick from tick.
Okay, Martin, I gotta watch the game now. I hadn't thought about
I
that.
didn't know it either until I watched the game, and somebody on Twitter said one of the Saints sports wires on Twitter said the Chargers looking good. The Charger offense is looking real good, ain't it? And everybody coming in like, yeah. He said, yeah, because they running the Saints offense. I was like, what? It like literally blew my mind. I was like, no wonder it's like so explosive.
Yeah.
Cause it wasn't like that last year. I was like,
That's
that
crazy.
makes a lot of sense now. So though I feel like Allen, if you put Allen in that same type of offense, man, same thing. But I like Allen because he's a playmaker. Like, dude, once he got that pocket, you don't know he can take it 10 yards or 60 yards. And you seen that big play where you heard it over the corner for the first down? I was like, yo, come on, this dude.
They be running like design runs for him too.
Man, yeah, they had design run plays for Allen versus the Chiefs. Like, the Bills are my Super Bowl pick coming into the season. And that's why I feel like I want to put Herbert over Allen because Allen already done what Herbert is doing now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and Allen don't even have a running game. He got freaking Singletary and Zach Moss when Herbert has Eckler. Basically, Allen is the running game and the passing game. So that's why I'm taking Allen.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be mad at either.
I mean, yeah, like I feel like I love Herbert. After watching him last year, I was like, yo, this dude is literally probably my new favorite quarterback. Next to Allen and Herbert, these two guys, like I like watching them play. So I'm not knocking Herbert. I love Herbert too. Ever since last year, I saw him play against the Saints. I was like, after he threw that dime to Keenan Allen in the end zone, I was like, yo,
yeah. At that very moment, I knew.
Huh?
He was the real. At that very moment, I knew he was the real deal.
Me too.
I ain't follow him in the draft and nothing like that. I was like, who in the world is this?
Yes, I didn't know
he was giving us the business. He was giving us the business.
Cause I remember he played against Tampa and he put up a huge crazy numbers versus Tampa. So I saw highlights. I was like, okay. But when I saw him play against Saints, actually watch him play, I was like, yo, that ball is popping out of his hand like he's zipping that thing. Like, this dude, he's different. All right, so Lamar Jackson or Herbert?
Herbert.
Dang, Lamar, you an MVP winner. And you already taking a young kid, second-year kid over you. I'm gonna put that poll up Thursday.
That's always a hard one, bro. Cause That's always a hard one because yes, he was an MVP, but he won the MVP doing one thing very well.
Mm. And I feel
Bro,
like
that's like Westbrook, bro. Westbrook did one thing very well: triple-double.
And that's what I feel about Lamar. Like, I'm seeing Herbert improving. I'm not seeing Lamar Jackson improving. Maybe Lamar Jackson already hit his ceiling. And if that's the case, Herbert is passing him already. Because Lamar haven't got better in the passing game and going through progression. Like, he's stuck on running the ball. Maybe it's the offensive play calling. But they stuck on getting Lamar to run. And he can't read defenses right. But Herbert is seeing the whole field clearly. So it looked like Lamar hit his ceiling. And that's not gonna be good enough. It's just not. So that's why I'm taking Herbert. I'm gonna put the poll up and see what our fans say, what the fans say. Let's go and finish the games over real quick. The Giants lose to the Cowboys 20-44. All I have to say is, can't believe the Saints lost to this dang team. Giants' game plan is dumb, straight dumb. They kept trying Trayvon Diggs for some odd reason. Like, I know you when you play against teams, don't you supposed to go away from the best corner? Keep throwing right at them.
Wait, they was doing what, bro?
They killed
the Giants were throwing it. Oh.
Trayvon did. Like, he already had 5 interceptions, something like that, or 6. And they just called some of the dumb plays. They got their quarterback hurt on his naked bootleg. He tried to get to the end zone. He came up concussed. They lost Barkley in the first quarter with a sprained ankle. But before even the Giants hit the field, I knew they were going to lose the game because their play calling sucks, man. Just straight sucks. I mean, the Cowboys looking good defense. They did what they had to do, but it just boiled down to the Giants just sucks. That's all it is. 49ers come out and beat the Cards. No, my bad. Cards come out and beat the 49ers 17-10. It was a hard-fought battle. Trey Lance, he did okay, but he need to work with a quarterback or something, like a paid man. He need to work with somebody. His mechanics remind me of Kaepernick too much.
I think he has a future though. I think you'll end up being good. It might take
his mechanics that bad.
Dude, did you see that overthrow? He overthrew the dude like 20 yards into the corner's hand, to the safety's hand. His mechanics, 20 yards. He got to fix that mechanics, bro. Like, I feel like he probably can be better than Kaepernick, but he gotta get used to that pocket. But the Cards are 5-0. Are the Cards the best team in the NFC?
Right now, yes.
Yeah, I'll say yes.
Oh, they did beat the Rams. They beat the Rams.
All right, we already talked a little bit about the Bills and Chiefs. The Bills beat the Chiefs 38-20. What is wrong with the Chiefs? What y'all say is wrong with the Chiefs?
Defense. Their corners are getting burnt all the time.
How you let Emmanuel Sanders just get behind you constantly? And they let Knox get behind him like quite a few times. I think about 1 or 2 times.
I think this is the biggest surprise of the season, that the Chiefs are 2-3 for sure.
At the bottom of the division. Well, I feel like the Raiders are going to be at the bottom now, but the Chiefs, their defense, their play calling, I feel like they taking away, something like Kelsey, or taking away Kelsey, or they taking away like deep passes, and Mahomes is trying to force it. And the Bills were giving him underneath stuff the whole game, but he didn't want to take that. He wanted to get some chunk plays, and it's hurting him, and it's hurting the offense. And the running game sucks. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, bust. He's injured again. So they got a lot of problems. They need to draft a running back because Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not it. He's not it. The whole team is just, they need a defense, they need a running game. And Patrick Mahomes need to take what defense gives him. Stop trying to force the ball downfield. It's amazing to me that Patrick Mahomes, they talk about his play, but if Jameis do the same thing, Jameis gonna get ridiculed for the things he do. But I see Patrick Mahomes do the same stuff, and they'll just talk it up like, that was just a bad pass. That was just a bad decision. But they'll like freaking persecute Jameis if he do something like that.
It's all about reputation, bro.
Yeah, you win one Super Bowl, you can just do
and a narrative.
Exactly. You can do it. You win one Super Bowl, you can do anything you want to.
Thanks.
All right, let me go back to, let's see what the score is though, the Ravens and Colts game is real quick. Before we get into the NBA. It's 25-23. Oh, snap. Ravens just scored. Full quarter, 39 seconds left. What, they going for 2? Yeah, they're going for 2. And they get the 2-point conversion.
They got it?
Yep.
Dang.
25-25. What a game. Coach, sorry, bro. They let them boys come all the way back. Wentz, you despicable, bro. All right, come on, dude. I put a lot of faith in you. You letting me down right now.
So Mark Andrews got another tutty.
This is ridiculous. Colts are ridiculous.
Mark Andrews is going dumb tonight.
He is. They're just plain dumb. They let them boys come all the way back like that. And that means the Colts only scored 3 points in the fourth. They let the Ravens score 16.
God dog.
Come on, guys. What the freak are y'all doing? Dustin, what's going on, bro?
Not much. What's happening?
I know you ready to talk about some Russell Westbrook.
Man, all I can say is I'm not surprised, man. I'm not surprised.
So, I don't know. I didn't watch none of the preseason games. I just been looking at that. But apparently right now, Russell Westbrook has more turnovers than points. How is that possible?
Well, I'm not sure, but so far it's a bad start to what they were hoping it'd be, because in the press conference he said he didn't care since it was preseason.
How you practice how you play? Just kind of preseason don't mean you turn the ball over 9 times and you have 8 points.
All I can say is it may be the beginning of the end. But you know what? That's why I think Dame Lillard is just sitting quiet and not being like Ben Simmons, and he's just sitting real patient in Portland right now. I bet he was watching that preseason game, licking his chops, being like, "Yeah, baby, I'm gonna be in LA pretty soon."
When you look at this stat line, he had 8 points. He was 3 from 12. He was 2 for 5 from the 3-point line. Did not go to the free throw, not once. 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 turnovers.
Gotta be giving my boy a bad rap, man.
9 turnovers though, Tyler.
I mean, he doesn't. I don't think. I think the issue is I would love to know whether Westbrook watches film or not. Like, I really don't think he watches film. I don't think he does. I think he just goes out there and plays. because when you get to even in college, you have to watch film because that's how you know where people are gonna be, when they're gonna be there. Different teams' defense, your offense, and getting familiar, with the court. Like, people think it's a secret, like when they make the no-look passes and LeBron makes the no-look passes and everything. But the secret to that is you watch so much film, you just know where he's gonna be and when he's supposed to be there. I don't think Westbrook watches any film. I think he just goes out there and plays.
Yeah, cause clearly teams know his intentions and they playing him a certain way. They're playing the passing lanes. They know what he likes to do. They know he likes to push the ball, and he's trying to force the ball in certain situations where he shouldn't be putting the ball at.
Well, that's another problem with this game. That's another problem with this game right there is that he's been in the league over 10 years now or so, and he hasn't changed his game. So at this point, every team in the league knows what he wants to do, knows where he wants to go, knows all his tendencies, all his faults, and so it's really easy to put him in a position to shoot himself in the foot, so to speak, at this point, because his game is. I mean, he's almost like Ben Simmons. I mean, he got more heart than Ben Simmons. I give him that. But he's like Ben Simmons in the sense that rookie year Russell Westbrook and this Russell Westbrook, their game is pretty much the same, except he just gets more rebounds so he can get triple doubles.
Gatwood, do you think LeBron cut some turnovers down for Westbrook once he get into the lineup and play with him?
Well, I think LeBron will
help cut down some of Westbrook turnovers.
I just think it's going to get to a point where LeBron's going to shut it down. He's just going to say he can't have the ball anymore, basically. I mean, I feel like LeBron won't let it get out of hand. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Even if LeBron has to take over the point position, which I don't think he wants to do, but if it stops Westbrook from turning the ball over 11 times in a game, that's what LeBron will do.
Well, I think it's going to hurt them if they had to put LeBron back at point.
It will.
Because Westbrook now knows how to run the offense and run, the picking screens and get open for shots and all this type of jazz. And he's just not that type of player where you try to run the offense and he's open for a jump shot when nobody now defense they gonna kind of like play kind of like a soft shell from Westbrook, just on the media team they play like a little defense off of Westbrook because they're not worrying about him running through a screen and just getting open on the perimeter. They're like, okay, that's fine. Our defense is focused more on LeBron and AD, so they're gonna play like a shell type defense where Westbrook gonna be open on perimeter a lot if LeBron got to play point guard.
Which, I mean, Westbrook being open on the perimeter, I mean, shoot, you might as well be on the other team.
He's just gonna take the ball. He's just gonna throw it to the other team.
That's what they were doing in the playoffs when he was on the Rockets. When he was on the Rockets, they would leave him wide open on the perimeter when he was on the Rockets and double team Harden. Then Westbrook would be wide open and he'd brick the three.
That's what them teams do. They run like a shell type defense where they more not compact, but they playing to one side of the court. Of the court where Westbrook had all this room to dribble up and shoot the ball because, like you said, when
they were just blatantly leaving him when he was on the Rockets.
Space. Yeah, when he
they was just leaving him, like self-check leaving him.
Left him with a lot of space to do something. So when he caught the ball on the wings, he was kind of like, "What do I do?" Like he was.
To be fair, he was hurt when he was in Houston a lot of the time. Especially in the playoffs.
But hurt enough not to make open shots? Cause like you said, he was confused when he got the ball on the 3-point line. He was hesitant. Right? He didn't want to shoot it, so he would dribble up a little bit and shoot it and brick it. So he was like, at that point, he like, I'm gonna brick it either way, so I'm just kind of like attack then dish, and that's where a lot of turnovers came. Where you either try to attack, then dish it, or do whatever with it. You either throw the ball out of bounds, or get stripped, or turn it over. Either way, and that's what defense gonna. They can play like a shell type defense. They gonna leave him open on a certain side of the court where he gonna have to dribble up a little bit or take that three. And I thought he was working on that mid range because it help him out a lot if he can just dribble up, take 1-2 dribbles and pull up, then shoot. I mean, that'll help out a lot than just taking a deep three.
I don't know. He really, I mean, to have a mid-range, like a solid mid-range game in today's NBA, you got to have really good footwork. And, I mean, Westbrook is, athletic, but in terms of the finesse or the footwork in his game, it's not all that great. But the day LeBron goes to point guard is the day LeBron's gonna call Rob Pelinka and tell him to get Portland on the phone. I guarantee you.
Cause they gonna double team AD on the block or on the perimeter, and they gonna make Westbrook take some shots. I mean, that's what I do.
They want Westbrook wasn't their first choice anyway. They tried to get Brad Beal and somebody else first.
Westbrook had to prove to me that he can make 5-6 shots in a row before I like, okay, all right, he's making them now. So let's try to put a hand on make the lead.
I think they'll be all right when the season starts. They going to the finals.
I still think they the best team in the West, but I just don't know how they gonna match up. That's one I really don't know how the Suns or the Jazz or the Nuggets will match up. So that's why I'm still leaning. So I feel like they still have a complete team, but it all depends on how Westbrook plays.
They hurt. Jamal hurt. Kawhi hurt. Nobody else in the West has enough to beat them, so they'll be all right.
All right, so that's somebody did bring up something interesting on Twitter. They talked about longer ball shot, how he improved. They say he was balling in the Bulls preseason game. And so
he was like 5'6". Huh? Yeah, he was like 5'6". I say he was like 5'6" from 3-point range.
Yeah, so somebody brought up an interesting take. They said if Lonzo can correct that wind-up shot, what's holding Ben Simmons back? Like, why Ben Simmons can't look at that and say, if Lonzo can knock down shots now, like, why can't, I just, evolve into the next level?
Because a lot of people don't like the Ball brothers. A lot of people don't like the Ball brothers, but they are hood. They're definitely, like, always in the gym,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Ben Simmons is. I think he's too busy chasing around Instagram models.
You gotta be like cool, man. You gotta leave him alone.
I think he just think he good already. He think he the best.
Yeah, I don't think he really just wants to. I think he's more in love with the fame than the game. Pretty much.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know what it takes for a player to snap out of it, but hopefully, like a new scenery would help his cause because he just hurt himself in the long run. So we
I just don't see it.
Yeah, me either. I don't know. Depending on what team you go to, he might.
Well, apparently he's back with the team as of today.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. I saw that report, but I heard they still openly shopping him though.
Yeah, they are. I mean, the only reason I think Rich Paul pretty much convinced men like you need to at least go back to Philly because like you in a losing battle. Like even though you kind of hurting them, it's gonna end up hurting you more in the long run because I think the owners collectively are trying to make an example of like you know, you're not gonna sign a contract to play for me, and then decide that if you're unhappy here, that you're just not gonna play, and then for me to still pay you. No, those days are over. So.
Yeah, but thought he was Brian. National Braun Association. He can't be moving like that if he's not Brian.
Nah, he can't. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So everybody knows the breaking news that happened about 30 minutes ago. Jon Gruden was fired from the Las Vegas Raiders. Apparently, some emails released from 10 years ago. I'm not going to read what he said, but basically,
please don't.
He called the commissioner, the now commissioner, you know, he called him a slur, and he said he was coolest anti-football. And he said Jeff Fisher was pressured to bring on a gay football player. And then he said something about the NFLPA person. I forgot what his name is, but he talked. He's an African American. He talked about how you know his he talked about basically his features and just a lot of stuff just coming out as, you know, racial slurs and bigotry basically. So he was fired, but he stepped down today. So who want to weigh in on this situation of Jon Gruden stepping down for the Las Vegas Raiders? No, nobody. Nobody don't have to wait for it. I mean, everybody don't rush up there now. No, everybody don't be quick to speak. You know.
All I can say is, you know, you should just remember to be professional at all times, especially when it's in writing. That's all I got to say about that. You know, you can't. We don't. That world where you can say certain things about certain groups of people and get away with it. Those days are long gone. So, you know.
Yeah, we're not in Call of Duty chat lobbies anymore.
Oh my God! If they call some of the lobbies big, oh my goodness.
These days, I don't know, man. They liable to 30 years from now. Hey, Ben, we thought you saying something in the Call of Duty chat room, man. When you was like 20, we can't hire you.
Hey, Call of Duty chat lobbies had you want to fight the person on the other end, and you can't figure out, like, you ready to throw hands immediately on site, but you don't even know who you throwing hands with. You don't care. You're trying to find information, so you go to his house.
And they always be like, "Where are you from?" I'm gonna pull up, and they're like 20
I don't care. I don't care if I had to buy a plane ticket. I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you right now. All right. So here's my take on this Jon Gruden thing. It's really unfortunate that coming from a guy like Jon Gruden, who's a coach, who leads, who's a leader, and you know, he talks like a teenager or somebody just don't have like a moral compass type thing. Even though I know it was 10 years ago, but some things you just shouldn't say. It don't matter to your friends, to somebody you think, you know, you buddy with, especially in the digital world today with emails, text messages, you know, chat rooms, anything. You shouldn't be saying stuff like that. And as a person, I always thought that somebody had a heart issue because, you know, they come from within. When you just say them words without, you know, just like, dang, I shouldn't say stuff like that, or just think about some of the stuff you say, then that's a problem. And maybe he has changed. It was 10 years ago. I don't know. personally, I don't think he should have been fired. I think they should have been suspended with a fine because it was 10 years ago. Like, he wasn't working for the NFL. We don't know.
He didn't get fired, did he?
He resigned.
He resigned.
Yeah, he resigned. Yeah.
We don't know if he had a heart change, like if he became a better man. We don't. I mean, it's hard to gauge from 10 years to where he is now because people change. You know, when I was a teenager or something like that, I don't talk the same. I don't act the same. And some people like, well, he was a grown man 10 years ago, but it doesn't matter if you was a grown man 10 years ago. People still change. Just like people that come out of prison, I mean, they might stole or kill somebody, but who's to say they can't change within that time frame? And so that's why I have issue with, like, because now you on like a morality type meter, trying to gauge somebody's personality or try to gauge somebody ethics when it was 10 years ago. It's just hard to do unless you just like being a sexual predator or doing something to that nature where you shouldn't be in a leadership type role. But I never heard people say he was a bad person. Even Mike Tirico and Tony Dungy came out and supported him. I mean, it seemed like the players didn't come out and say nothing bad about it, but maybe they didn't know the extent of the emails. I mean, he did use a lot of slurs back then in the early 2000s. People use a lot of slurs, but I'm not saying that it was right. Like, but I'm saying people just did those things, and now we are more well informed in today's age where you look back on you like, yeah, that wasn't cool at all. Like, that was real messed up. From what people might have said back then. And times change, and that's what happened. I think that times change, and now we look at it like, dang, somebody really spoke like that. And yeah, people in the 80s did things that now we look back on like, dang, like that's messed up. Or in the 70s or 60s, and I think that you can't really just condemn somebody if you don't just know the person or know the whole story or know their story or where they came from and how they became a better person. And maybe he has become a better person. He says no racist on his body. Maybe he's right. Maybe he's wrong. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I think you just go into murky waters when you kind of just punish somebody without knowing the full extent of the person of who he is now. I mean, I think you should look at track records of how they carry themselves, how they talk now, how how they put themselves out, in public, or people that hang around with. They probably have more of a sense of who he is, and people around him coming out saying like, he's not like that. Like he loves his team and loves his coaches. Then I think that a fine, because of where the NFL is trying to go to or where they trying to take the NFL to, I think that if you show punishment by 10 games, suspend him. Maybe you suspend him a whole year, then let him come back. Then they'll show you like, be careful what you type, what you say. But it's just how it is with cancel culture. I mean, you can't really do anything, can't really say anything without being forgiven. And I think that's where people miss the step. Is like sometimes you gotta forgive and let go, especially when somebody show remorse in something they did a long time ago. I mean, a lot of people got skeletons in their closet of things they did in the past that they're not proud of, and sometimes you just got if they come out and apologize and say this and it says in the past and it's in the past, it's not all right to bring it back up or throw it back in the face. I mean, that's playing for our players that went through trials and tribulations. Like Randy Moss, he came out and said it was despicable, but he went through trials and tribulations, and he worked for ESPN, and we don't throw that stuff back in his face. Or Michael Irvin and his drug addiction. It's a lot of people that have things that go on in their life, and they bear forward in the future. They move on from it, and to dig up stuff or to release something that's so long ago. I mean, who say that he's not the same person that, you know, from what he was 10 years ago? It don't matter if you was a boy or a man. If you show progress or you progress as a person, then who's to say, who's right to say that you're a bad person just because it was 10 or 15 years ago, or even 5 years ago? People change in 5 years, short period of time. I mean, so who's to say that, no, he's not a bad person? So you condemn somebody for something they did in the past. In that case, then everybody on this whole planet would be condemned for things we've done in our past and things we said in our past, and even how we treated people in our past. I know that people treat females, but in a different way back then. But, you know, let's say a guy treated a female wrong 5-6 years ago, but now he's married. Who's not to say that now he respect women, because now he's loving a woman and he's seeing what the value of a woman is. So we can't condemn a guy who may mistreat a woman, cheated on her, did her wrong, did her dirty. Not say that 5-6 years down the road they became a better man. So who's that woman to say that he's not a good man just because of what he did to her in the past? Maybe he changed. Maybe he realized that women are important. So that's what I just got. So I feel like that, you know, people do things in the past, man, and you know, everybody got something, and he just got on the wrong end. Council culture is in right now, and shame on them if they have done something, but they want to cancel somebody because we don't know what they did. So that is what it is. John Gruden, I mean, is pretty damn fact, but is what it is. It's today's culture, council culture.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, he shouldn't have said what he said, but, you know, I think it may have been possible for him to get maybe suspended a year or something like that, but I think he just went ahead and resigned because he just knew. I don't think he wanted any part of that storm that was about to come his way, so I think he just went ahead and resigned and got out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably been the best thing to do, just to, I mean, he got your money anyway. His money was guaranteed, so he's like, hey, what the crap, man, I'm out. But it's crazy. People do dumb stuff, say dumb things. I heard some guys say dumb things to women all the time, and you know, I see guys change over the years and not be the same. So
like it just spreading rumors about certain guys liking certain girls, and you know it's not true, and writing fake love letters and stuff like that.
Whoa. Wait. Guys acting like
forged fake love letters.
What was that thing you said? And then guys acting like they're a manager of stores to pick up girls.
No, exactly.
Dustin.
Like, who does that? Guys with no character.
Damn, you was writing love letters, bro.
I didn't force no love letter. No, I never did.
You wrote love letters in school, bro?
No, I didn't.
If I ever find out you wrote love letters in school, bro.
No,
I'm never letting you live it down.
Fake imaginary girlfriend.
Being forged love letters.
Bro, that's sick, bro.
Sick, bro. That's what he says.
No, in high school, it's like if y'all want to see some skeletons, just talk to this guy Tyler Moses. He'll say all skeletons you need to know about Dustin.
and then had teachers coming up to me asking me why I made this girl cry, and I have no clue.
She cried. Ben, come on, bro.
You had no clue. You had perfect clue.
Oh my God, bro. You made the girl cry, bro. You made the fake love letter, bro.
Cry, man. He made the girl.
That's a sick prank, bro.
That's a sick prank.
Yeah.
No. Chafin knows. Like, them guys know the real deal what happened. in high school with Dustin and this girl. I mean, she named a Tweety Bird doll after him. She named him Dustin Jr. She'll bring the Tweety Bird doll to school and show Dustin his son. Dustin like, that ain't my son.
She said what, bro? She said that was Dustin's son, bro.
Yeah,
No
be
way.
so funny. Dustin be dead pissed. He'd be
You are lying to me right now.
What's up wrong with it, bro?
No, I'm dead serious. Like he telling the truth about it. She brought a Tweety Bird to school, and like we used to sit like our gym bags like outside or whatever. She left this Tweety Bird on my gym bag with a letter talking about it was my son and some other stuff. And like I'm confused because I've only said 3 words to this girl at this point. Like she like randomly came. No, it wasn't even her. Like she got one of her friends, and at this point I didn't even know who she was. Like she got one of her friends to try and give me some cookies she baked for me, and like this girl came up to me and she was like, "Hey, Sharnice baked some cookies for you." I'm like, who? I was like, oh no, I'm good. And once Ben caught wind of it, it just escalated for me.
Wait, was there something wrong with the girl?
Dude, no, our school was weird, bro. Like, we literally had stalkers in our school. Like, the girls would, like, you'd think the boys would be the stalkers. We had girls stalking us. Like, it was just weird. It was really weird. These girls were weird, like, crazy. That's why I didn't date in high school.
I wish I had.
Huh?
I wish I had the juice like y'all.
Man. Nah. Hey, but let me tell you this one story, though, Dustin. Let me just tell you this one story. So, them cookies he talks about, she actually baked them for him for Valentine's. And this his favorite cookie. She asked me what his favorite cookie was. I said his favorite cookie started with 2.
Oh, you the feds, bro.
Nah. That's where you were lying. That's where you were lying. No, Shell's. I like Shell's mom's chocolate chip cookies. Now, those chocolate chip cookies. Those the best chocolate chip cookies I ever had.
That is the feds, bro.
Hey,
yeah, you an op, bro.
No, but I was trying to get him out. I'm trying to get him some cookies on Valentine's Day. I ain't gonna try and get him.
Bro.
So, hey, what I supposed to say? What I supposed to say? No, you can't. No, don't cook him no cookies. Don't bake.
That's exactly what you supposed to say.
No, but the funny thing was,
she probably put some voodoo in the cookies.
Like, she brought Dustin cookies. And me, I believe it was me and Chafin, our Dexter, it was one of us. It was one of them with me. We knew she was going to hand Dustin the cookies because we saw her went to the locker and grab the cookies. So we were like peeping around the corner. And she walked up to Dustin like, I baked you some cookies. And Dustin like, I don't want no dang cookies. I literally rolled. I was like, oh my God.
That is not good. I did not say that.
Man, you said, I don't want no dang cookies like that. And she was like, so he Dustin storms off, pissed. Guys, she's making a scene. And so I come around the corner, and she said, why your friend like that? I said, I don't know, you just gotta give him time. He can't show his true emotions. He dealing with some emotions.
Oh, you are such an op, bro. Oh my God.
Well, I was trying to soothe her pain. She was hurting, man. I was like, yo, said Dustin, you know, he don't know how to express his true feelings. But you know, I grab him take the cookies.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Worst wingman ever.
Hey, look. So that's just a brief history of stuff that happened in the past. We grown up, so we don't, you know, we wouldn't do that now.
You would definitely do that now.
So I know you talking about your wife at Hibbit.
Wow, bro. We on air, bro. Chill up.
You're not. Definitely not.
My girl listen to this pod, bro. You can't be doing that. Dude, oh my God, he
Well,
said a
let me
name.
clarify. He don't work anymore, so he lost his wife to hit it.
He lost his job like Gruden did. He got
Oh my goodness.
some allegations against him.
It's fine,
Oh
bro.
God, that's right. Yeah, Tyler's girlfriend, you don't got nothing to worry about. He's a good dude.
I'm the most wholesome person on here, bro, because y'all be wildin'.
Nah, man, that's definitely be Dustin. Definitely.
Dustin is so toxic, bro.
Y'all could have been going to high school with this guy. Oh my word! It was like something every day. I promise, it was. It was something every day. Never a dull moment. All right, so anything else y'all want to bring in? I know, hold on, y'all ain't really chime in what y'all thought about John Gruden.
Oh my God.
Y'all thought about the enough. I just thought about
enough, boy.
I ain't really heard no input from Tyler and Gadwood, so I gotta get y'all input before we head out. Tyler, what you think?
I'm just gonna say we don't condone we don't condone or support anything he said.
You PR person for VOL
on the VOL podcast. We support women and we stay out their business, all that good stuff, you know.
And Gadwood, you got something to add on that?
Facts. I agree with Tyler.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love to hear it.
So y'all can hit up Tyler on Instagram. It's t.wright28.
Wow. He a op, bro. I told you he a op, bro.
But he an instigator. He
He is the Fed.
No, man. You trying to make me seem like Vlad.
Hey, I got
like
Vlad.
You trying to make me seem like I'm like Vlad.
The Ravens beat the Colts.
Oh, sorry, Carson Wentz, bro. He's done.
But Ben, Lamar had 49 fantasy points.
That's a first. God, he's been giving me like 18, 22.
He had over 400 yards passing. He had like 440 yards passing.
So sorry. I'm never picking him again. Straight sorry. All right, anything else y'all want to add on before we end this pod?
No.
All right, y'all can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just type in VOS Sportscast and we'll pull up. Like and subscribe, share with family and friends. We thank y'all for the support. Still adding merch to the store, so that'll be coming soon. Hopefully by, I'll say November, late November, somewhere around there. Still trying to get everything set up. And we're going to try to get back to callers so y'all can call in and tell us some y'all crazy stories that happen in y'all lives. All right, guys, we out of here.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.